just saw the film Wolfman, and it was really good. Well, I mean, it wasn't amazing. I'm kind of going a little off the deep end with that, but it was good. It was decent enough, and I like that it takes place all in one night. That's what I enjoyed with Wolfman. I also like that he kind of there's that one scene where he just fought the guy, the other wolf guy. We think like, oh, maybe he killed him. He comes in the house. He's about to leave actually through the door, as if to say like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go outside and like just keep suffering and like I don't want to kill you guys. But then he breaks in and they're fighting because you're like they have to fight. There's gotta be a fight scene between them. And during that fight, he kills the guy, right? So he finally kills him. He goes for the kill in the neck, because they're not invincible, right? They're super strong and shit, but they're not invincible. And what we learned, fucking it was his father. His father turned into a werewolf. So his father wasn't dead. Actually, although 30 years later, his father wasn't dead. He was just a fucking werewolf. Oh my god, he was just a werewolf. He turned into it's not a werewolf, actually a wolfman. And I guess that's the difference with a werewolf and a wolfman is a wolfman. What was I gonna say? A wolfman stays the monster, whereas a werewolf, they transform, right? They're human, they're man, and they transform. So that's like Count Dracula, right? I saw Nosferatu a while ago as well, and that film, fucking, he's the vampire. He stays the way he is. He looks creepy throughout the whole fucking film. Like oh my god, you are a vampire. It's not like he can like not look like a vampire. And like with this guy and these other wolf guys, because there's like some other wolf guy that turned his dad into a wolf, so presumably that wolf guy is still alive, right? But fucking the wolf people, they're just wolves. They just stay that way. They're wolves. And with the other ones, they transform. I like that the daughter, they have this thing. His father had anger issues, right? He was taken to anger. So it's kind of a nice trait. It's not nice in the film. It's horrible, right? He doesn't want to be that way, but it makes sense, right? It's a learned behavior. It's how he grew up, with the father being that way, so he's that way sometimes with his daughter, and he catches himself and he says, I'm sorry. He even says to himself, like, I'm not going to be that way, I'm not going to do that, I'm sorry. And that was it's like a touching moment with that. And then with the wife, I was thinking maybe they're having some relationship issues, perhaps. They seem like, she's got caught up with her work. She's a journalist. I don't think he works. I think he's a stay-at-home dad, and then the wife's a journalist. She works in the downtown, and there was that one time, so that's when they were first getting acquainted, they were dating. He would sit on the steps and wait for her, and what do you call, like, you have lunch with her and shit. And so when he does that for her, that one scene, you're like, okay, you got to be telling me something, right? And he says, oh, you haven't done this in a while. It's like, yeah, but it's not like I'm doing it just to do it. I'm actually doing it because I want to tell you something, right? My dad died. She already knew that actually beforehand. That night, the dad died, but that he was going to go to Oregon. He said, why don't we all go up there? Because I have to pack the stuff up anyway, and I have to go up there to do it. Like, why not? My whole family comes up, and we deal with this shit. I like that he didn't move too far away from home in a way, right? He was in San Francisco, and just the next day over, you got to go to Northern California, which is sort of like an own state in a way, right? It's a unique kind of region. It's a little evergreen up there too, right? You go past Redding, and they're like in Central Oregon, the mountains. It's beautiful where they are, and it's rural, right? It's rural. There's like nothing out there, and it's beautiful too. And the sights. This movie mentions New Zealand, and I was thinking, oh, okay, that makes sense. New Zealand's got some evergreen forests of their own. It looks just as beautiful. But then it says filmed in Ireland. And there was another film that I watched. I was also filmed in Ireland that had these landscape shots of vast forest. And I'm sort of perplexed. Is that the word? I'm in awestruck because it's a country that's not heavily forested from what I can gather. It's like the UK, right, where it's a lot of deforestation. So now I'm curious to like look on Google Maps again and see if I can point out like the forests, what areas of this country are heavily forested, that have large, vast. They probably have some decently sized forests, but nothing like most of the country. That's kind of a sad thing, right? But I guess it's a testament to man's landscaping abilities, right? We're landscapers in some sense. What was I thinking of in my head? Wolfman. I gotta get back to the topic here. The movie Wolfman. Is there anything else for me to say about it? Not really. Obviously it's a good ending, happy ending. The wife and daughter, they escape. She kills the husband, but like the daughter, he has this gimmick with her where he says, "You can read minds. You can tell what I'm thinking." He has a gimmick with her, but she tells him because she can see in his body language, I guess in his mind, his body language, he wants it to end. He wants it to end, mommy. And he's just standing there, and it takes him to open the door, like Then she shoots him, and he's there on the ground. It's kind of touching when they go to sit next to him dying there, and like it's like a slow burn death, and sure enough, he dies, and that was nice. It was I guess sort of a somber, like a sad, somber scene, but it had to be done, right? It had to happen. Anyhow, that's my review of Wolfman. The film, I enjoyed it. I liked it, and I look forward to seeing whatever else comes out soon enough. I got some other Blumhouse. Blumhouse had a bunch of trailers that came because of the Blumhouse film, and so like I'm probably gonna see a bunch of those Blumhouse movies when they come in, for sure. Always follow the same footprint, but like, I mean, they're entertaining enough. The old truck scene, that was cool. Actually, you know what? This guy gnawed his own fucking foot off. He got like in the bear trap, and he starts gnawing his foot off. And I was like, no way he's gonna do that. But yeah, the insatiable appetite to eat humans, or just rip them apart, because Derek got dragged and he got like, I guess, ripped apart, but his arm was still there. Like, did he really eat Derek? I don't think he really ate him all that much. He kind of a little bit, but then they just had insatiable appetite to kill shit and eat it periodically. And I mean, they burn calories really fast. When you're the Wolfman, they burn calories like that, right? Just quick. But yeah, that's been my review. Thank you for listening.